Okay, so it's time for Ask Kendra G, and I have my co-worker Patrick in the studio today. Hey, Patrick.
Hey, Kendra, what's good?
What's your question?
My question would be, I've been married for about 7 years now, and I noticed that marriage is not popular amongst today's society. Either the woman is not married, or they're not even looking forward to get married. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, you know what? I think a lot of women say they want to be a wife and they want to get married, but I always say this to ladies. When you think of marriage, and if your wedding dress and your bridesmaid dresses come to mind, then you're not really ready to be married, because that's not what marriage is about at all. Marriage is about two people joining together, deciding to partner the rest of their lives together and ride it out. And that should be the forefront of marriage. Nowadays, women say they want to be married because they have the picture of their Cinderella day in their mind, but that's wrong. And I think, men, ironically enough, I think men do get what marriage really is. That's why sometimes they're very reluctant to go into it, because they know what they're giving up and what they're doing. Whereas women, we have this fantasy.
Why did you think it was so important to talk to young girls in particular and say to them, hey, listen, you don't have to give it up?
Because, when I was in high school, I didn't want to have sex. And I remember being in high school feeling like I was an alien for not wanting to have sex. Like, I wanted to hide the fact that I was a virgin. And as I got older, I realized that, wait a minute, I think I was on the right path and others were not, because my friends who were having sex ended up with children by men who were no longer in their lives. So, and then I was able to pursue my career and dreams, other people that couldn't do. So I want to get that message out there so they can know that abstinence actually is cool.
Even if you young ladies just learn this school year how valuable you are, that's what matters most to me. What matters most to me is that you know that your body is just so important, and you don't have to, if you ever in a situation where you have to prove that you love somebody by sharing your body, that's not love. Because love don't go down like that.
So Kendra G from 100.3 is in the building.
I am. Thank you so much for having me on your show again.
Oh, thank you for coming. And relationship.
Yes, let's talk about it. Okay, well, ladies, I want to just say this. Before you have sex with a guy, clarify your relationship with that guy, because I think women think that when you have sex, we're now in a relationship, and men don't think the same.
Exactly.
And I know you might be talented in the bedroom and you plan on doing all these tricks, but if a man is not ready to be in a relationship, he's not ready to be in a relationship. And I think you should clear that up and get that understanding first. A lot of times women think they could sleep their way into a relationship, and they get really disappointed when things don't turn out their way. But the way to solve that problem is just have the conversation before you do the do, and you will save a lot of heartache.
Exactly.
100.3 to be. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Kendra G, what's up? This is Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
All right, I got a question. Like, what do you think about a guy who just texts you? Like, you don't talk to him. He just, texts you all the time.
Okay, look, this is like the new wave of communication. I don't really like it at all, because me personally, you cannot build a relationship off of a text message. Now, if you just met, I would give him maybe a 2 to maybe 3 days at the most pass of text messaging. Anything after that, I don't think he's trying to build anything seriously with you. And even if he has a hard time communicating, think about it. Do you want to date a person who can't communicate? I mean, you got to get to know a person, and you cannot get to know them via text message, Facebook, Twitter. All these social sites are killing, communication today. And I'm not a big fan of text messaging at all. And I honestly will say this, ladies, I don't think a guy is serious about you if all he wants to do is text you and never wants to call you. That's my personal opinion.